Hi, good morning. It's Christine Crutcher from Create with Christine. Thanks so much for tuning in today. So I'm back from a short hiatus and so happy to be with you this week. And today I have an easy Pinwheel Tower card to share with you. So it's actually really not that difficult. And I am going to walk you through all the steps of making this cute card. And we'll just break it down step by step. And I'm using the Whimsy and Wonder Designer Series paper. If you have your holiday catalog in front of you, it's on page 25 at the bottom. And this paper is actually so pretty. The colors, and then it has an iridescent, it's specialty paper, so it has iridescent pieces in it. So I actually did not even embellish this card all that much. And then I actually picked the Christmas to Remember, because it has this cute Have a Holly Jolly Christmas saying. But this card could be birthday, so feel free to change up the papers and the design. I actually think it would be really cute for Valentine's Day. And I think I might actually make a couple because I already have some Valentine products that are coming out in January 2022. So, my inspiration, I'm just going to talk for a minute to see if I get some people join in live. My inspiration was actually a card from my friend Sharon, who lives down in North Carolina, which was a swap card. So once I saw this card, I was like, I need to figure out how to make this so I can share it with you all today. So I guess I'm going to point my camera down and just jump right in. There are a bunch of measurements. All the measurements will be below, so you can reference them later. But it's not difficult, so we're just going to go step by step. So let me point my camera down and we will jump right in. Okay, so I'm just going to find myself in my feed. Here I am. Okay, oh, that doesn't look so great. I don't want my camera. Last time I think I went live, my camera fell right out of my case. Well, okay, I'll just move a little closer so you don't see me so much. Okay. See my purple sweater. Oof. Okay. So, sorry, I'm just going to adjust the camera a little bit. Okay, that's a lot better. So again, I'm using Christmas to Remember for the sentiment. I'm just going to do that later. I want to talk about the card. So this is a Pinwheel Tower card. And I don't know why I'm coughing so much. I'm just going to take a sip of tea. But the great thing about this card is it actually stands up on its own, but then it folds flat to fit into a standard medium-sized Stampin' Up envelope. Okay, so again, I'm using the Whimsy and Wonder Specialty Designer paper. Sorry about that. It never fails once you get live. You kind of have like a tickle in your throat or something. Okay. So I'm going to start with a piece of cardstock. I chose to use Blushing Bride because it coordinates with this designer paper. I might need to go grab some water too. Okay, so, okay, I think I'm good. What I did is I went ahead and I pre-scored my paper. So this is a piece of cardstock that's 5 3/4 by 4 1/4. And then I'm going to score at the long side. It would look like this at 3 1/4, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, and 3. Okay, and then I'm going to fold all these pieces and I'm going to make a little box. And I actually want my box to be in the front, so I might end up actually folding back. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you for the Thanksgiving messages, and thank you for the birthday messages as well. My birthday was the day before Thanksgiving this year. So, so lo and behold, everything actually went way better than I thought. Okay, so I want my box in the front. So what we're going to do is glue this side down. So it's going to create a little box that is going to look like this. Okay, so I just want glue on this tab here that's going to go straight flat down. And I'm going to use liquid glue for this. It seems after we kind of hit Thanksgiving, man, it's gotten cold here. So we saw our first kind of flurries on Friday and kind of woke up to like have some sugar. So like somebody sprinkled sugar on the deck. Okay, and don't worry if this looks a little off. We're going to cover that up with some other pieces of cardstock. So I like the liquid glue for this because it has a minute or two to kind of set up. You have a minute to kind of sort of wiggle it. So now for my other pieces of cardstock, I have 3 pieces, Blushing Bride, and they measure 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to build off this little box. See, it's got 3 sides. I'm going to put a piece of cardstock on all 3 sides of the box. So I'm going like the kind of inside piece first, and I'm just going to go right to the edge, marry it up, and make sure I get a good little stick there. And then I'm going to rotate, and now I'm here, a little bit of liquid glue. And this is going to start making my kind of pinwheel design. I'll show you. So here's what it looks like from the top. And then I have one more side. Whoops. Okay. Now my friend Sharon, I think the inside, this box part of hers was a different size. And let me show you what I mean. So I might have to ask her for the measurements, but her inside box looks a lot larger than mine is. Mine's a lot smaller. So I'll have to ask her for the measurements. So now I kind of have the base of my card. It looks like a pinwheel, and it actually will fold flat. So don't be scared to like fold it flat. I think it's going to be easier to decorate it once it's flat. So I'm just going to decorate, and then I'm going to go back and do my stamping and my embellishing. Because, you know, honestly, with this designer paper, it doesn't need a lot of embellishing. So I'm going to do my little strips first. Hey, good morning, Dee. Thanks for tuning in. So I have 4 strips of designer series paper, and these ones measure 1 3/4 by 4. And then I have 4 pieces of designer paper that coordinate from Whimsy and Wonder. Wow, cat has my tongue today, obviously. These 4 pieces measure 2 1/2 by 4. So what I did is I just cut, and these are the reverse, okay? So what I'm going to do is just little parts, fill in the little ones first. So you can see why I use Blushing Bride. It matches this one really nicely. And then I'm just going to flip and fold. And this one, I want to put the snowflakes down. So again, I'll have all the measurements. And then I'm going to just fold again. And this one, I'm going to do the trees with the iridescent, with the mint macaron. I've been using mint macaron a lot lately. So pretty. So if you had different paper, you might want to embellish more. And then this one, the trees down. Wow. I might need to take another sip of tea before I do the larger rectangles. Okay, I think this would be really cute if you're into scrapbooking, because you could also put like little pictures, and this stands up beautifully at like somebody's desk. So here are the other pieces of the paper that I chose. So why don't we just start with this one, because it kind of seems like it marries well. And you have the iridescent on this side and then the kind of plain on that side. But I don't think it's going to work out 100% like that. But, whoops. Okay, so this one, I'm going to go opposite of what I just did. This one's got the misty moonlight with the trees. Watch your designs. This one's got trees, so make sure your trees are going the right direction. One of these papers, well, let's just use this one. This one, I actually made a card for Casing Tuesday and one of my bows was upside down, but I think I was the only one that noticed, so it's fine. So make sure your bows are hanging down like a bow would do. Okay, and then we have one more. Now you could totally leave one of these totally blank if you wanted to write a little message. I'm gonna stamp a greeting here on this panel. Well, I'm gonna stamp on a piece of basic white cardstock and put it on this panel, but I'll show you my inspiration card from my friend. She did like a white die cut. I believe this is from the Scalloped Contours dies. Whoa, that's really close. So you could write a message here, but this was her card. She did some punches. So super cute. Like I said, if you're a scrapbooker, you might want to do photos because it would stand up on somebody's desk. Okay, so let's do the stamping. I'm just going to do a Holly Jolly with Mossy Meadow, and I believe my Mossy Meadow needs to be re-inked, but it should be fine. It's going to look a little bit light. Whoops. Okay. Then I'm going to punch this out with the Everyday Label punch. I wanted a punch that would fit across with my panel. And this one, I grabbed some of my punchers for this project because I thought this punches would be great. I grabbed the Everyday Label for the sentiment. I originally grabbed the Pine Tree punch. So if you had certain designer paper that you were doing, you could do trees for that. And then I'm going to throw this on with a little bit of Seal Plus adhesive. Just be gentle with this. This is a brand new one, so it's really nice. And then I did, I have a piece of basic white scrap. This is like 2x3, and I'm just going to do a snowman. This is the snowman, I believe it's snowman builder punch. And honestly, I just did his body and his hat. So I have just a scrap of basic black. You could also do like a shimmer, black glitter paper if you have that. Whoops, the white's still in there, so get that out of there first. Okay, just do his hat. So you could do more with this. I just kept it pretty simple. And I guess I can put the rhinestone on. I did a little rhinestone with the polished pink. This paper's got Blushing Bride and polished pink in it. So I just did a little rhinestone on the J and Jolly. And it coordinates with the paper in the background. And then let's find the blue panel. The blue panel, Misty Moonlight, was where I put my snowman. So just a little bit of Seal Plus and then a little bit of liquid glue on my hat. And honestly, that's all I did, but you could totally embellish more. But like I said, this paper is so adorable. So it folds flat. I just brought over a standard medium-sized envelope from Stampin' Up, so it'll fit in perfect to show you once it's folded flat, and then the person can unfold it, and it will stand up on its own. So that is a Pinwheel Tower Card. So let's just look at the panels. One more time. I'll have all the measurements below and some pictures on my blog at christinestamps.blogspot.com. And again, here was the inspiration. This is a card by my friend Sharon from North Carolina. So she used the Pattern Party designer paper that is free for Hostess in the annual catalog. So again, these both stand up right on their own. And that is the project I wanted to share with you all today. So I hope you will try this. This is the first time I ever made one of these cards, honestly. So thank you, Sharon, for giving me the push to do it. And I just want to finish up with a couple of announcements. So I'm going to bring the camera back up at my face for these, actually. So, okay, here I am. So this Tuesday, November 30th, is the last day to take advantage of the Join special that is going on right now. So that is to get $125 of Stampin' Up! Merchandise for $75. So if you are interested in that, please send me a message like ASAP so we can get you signed up so you get that deal. And let's see, December 1st, I believe it is, and I did not look it up before this, I apologize. There's going to be a last chance sale coming out with products from the mini catalog. And I am actually going to do a Santa's Workshop stamp camp. So right now it looks like it's going to be 3 boxes and 3 gift card holders. And details will be coming out for that this week so I can get you all the products before, obviously, you can use them for the holiday season. So details will be out this week for that with sign-ups. So if you're not on my mailing list, I will have the link below to join my mailing list. So hop on over and check that out. And I will be back next week with another project to share. So this is such a sweet card. I love the fact that it folds flat, but it will still fit into an envelope. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, so thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week with the project. Have a great week.